Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting, amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. Off here to a 1 vs 1 on a Lost Glider in the north. It is Angreifen himself, fighting for once for the Soviet Union. He does occasionally, very rarely, play as the Allies, and this seems to be one of those cases. Fighting here for the Red Army, taking on the role of the 3rd Guards Mechanized Corps in the south. It is Orangepest, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, das Vaterland. Forming up here the Großdeutschland Panzergrenadier with elite troops, lightning, war, and strategic reserves versus Angreifen's defensive tactics, airborne troops, or tank hunter tactics with triple infantry. Pioneers heading westwards, engineers heading eastwards. Conscript as well up there for Angreifen. Broad approach there by Angreifen, more focused here by Orangepest. The Pioneers running straight for the fuel point. He might want to lay down some sandbags. That could lay down some sandbags. Grenadier squad following up here for Orangepest and the German army. MG-47 at the calf point. Grenadiers might rush for the centre, move up on the west side. East side, the guy engineers moving in there. Conscript sweeping up here, and conscripts moving towards the centre there again. Very broad approach there by Angreifen. 3rd conscript on the way there for them. Points being seized, MG-42 moving up, the conscripts again here. Sandbags up first here from Angreifen. Pioneer sweeping westward, so we're primarily focused on the west here for Orangepest. They're going toward the conscript court. There's the lane in sandbags. More Grenadiers there for Orangepest, troops suppressed. Engineers moving eastwards, and ground points there. So again, much more rapid focus on the west by Orangepest compared to the Angreifen. He's going for a broader approach, which again gets allow him to size out the situation and maybe avoid, say, Orangepest goes for the strapped opening. It might in some ways hurt him less, but at the same time, I mean, it can leave him a bit overexposed in other ways. Almost got the west side here secured for the German army. 2nd Grenadiers squad arriving here. MG-42 moving ahead. Note, he could make a move for the church here, but knowing that his opponent might make a move for it first doesn't make a lot of sense until setting up the machine. I mean, it's kind of risky though at the same time. It's not like the church can sort of fire back heavily at the MG-42 crew there, so it's not too bad of a setup. In this case, we can mostly fall back, since again there's like only one window they can fire out from, and so it had to pop out to pursue it. Scramble on the west side, not much happening there. 3rd Grenadiers one way sandbags for the fuel point, or the victory point. Angreifen is moving for sandbags here by the fuel point. Grenadiers going to have to quickly get into light cover here. Up close versus the conscripts. The Grenadiers will have a bit worse luck there for them. Got Pioneers moving in. Nothing further happening. We've got a bit of eastern push there by Orangepest. Angreifen pursuing in with more troops here in the west. 4 conscripts force out there, with the 3rd Grenadiers squad almost on there for Orangepest, and they've got the Pioneers arriving. Angreifen pulls back the conscripts rather than risk losing them. Very good move there. Other conscripts squad backing off there for Angreifen and 3rd Guards Mechanized Corps. Seizing the eastern point here, going for the victory point instead. Angreifen will have to launch some sort of counter-attack, though he's going to like going to heavy cover first, which is going to make a head-on assault, particularly with the Grenadiers on a weak state. They're a bit tricky. The Pioneers going to have to do most of the legwork here. Might want to try and stick a bit close to cover to minimise incoming fire. There goes the Grenadier squad that's going to turn this around in the favour for Orangepest. The question is going to be how much of a price this would come at. In these two, we got Grenadiers versus Engineers actually easily winning that engagement. Very good. Machine moving up to support, trying to flank against the push there by Angreifen to get behind Orangepest funding force here. Very good play there. And that most of Angreifen's forces are in fact in full retreat, with just one squad here moving about in the east, having sandbagged up at the fuel point possibly. Healing up here in the base for Angreifen and the Red Army, seizing the point here. Take out there for Orangepest and Deutschland. MG-42 moving in. Pioneers retreating, but as far as I know, this is the real Angreifen. But there's been a lot of people impersonating or just mocking his name as of late. But I do believe this is the real Angreifen. Conscripts setting out there, back here troops in reinforcing. Slow approach in there, go Grenadiers versus conscript there. Grenadiers, if they can stay at range, should have the... Oh, he does end up retreating here. I think could have actually had won that one, but there's always some point in just at times retreating when you're not entirely sure about it. Like to make a nice comedy being built here for Orangepest. Probably going to see a 2-2. He could also go for the flank fire after, but they haven't been quite as common as of late. Pentagoners would be a good investment otherwise here for Orangepest. I mean, he's definitely going to at some point go for Pack 40 since he's got a series of bulletins. He just pushed them out at 60% speed, or 60% faster speed to be specific. Grenadiers versus conscripts. In these two, we got Grenadiers versus the engineers there, but they were in a poor state. They'll have to retreat in the southeast. Angreifen flag up here again. Note Sandbags there for Angreifen. Very consistent play. Medic bunker up next here for Orangepest. Noting no upgrades for the Grenadiers yet. I mean, elite troops seems like they're alongside lightning. Well, at this point, strategic reserves. I mean, it could happen, but I'd probably rate it as being less likely since most players want it early on for the assault grenadiers. But a good pick of strategic reserves with, you know, Panzer IV, Moldier down the road could be quite effective here for Orangepest versus Angreifen. We'll of course have to see what it ends up with. But otherwise, again, elite troops or lightning wall, G for defuse for the grenadiers, returning about a bunch of the conscripts, plus whatever light make game options you then want. But I mean, the thing is, I mean, no matter what doctrine he chooses, he gets some sort of Tiger tank, either the Ace or the regular Tiger tank. So, in that regard, he's pretty much just insured for the late game, and certainly in that regard, knows what he wants. 2-2 there for Orangepest. Angreifen, but it's worth noting, is yet to take up. The second engineer might signal some of that happening. Grenadiers pulling back here, 2-2 almost done. Grenadiers heading eastwards for the Farsland, using the centre victory point. And engineers almost down there for Angreifen. We got mines up here, got spot. Not quite the S-mines that Angreifen prefers, but I mean, they'll do the trick quite effectively. And there you go. We do get the doctrine. There's a lightning war here for Orangepest. Very much a classic. Even if a good chunk of the abilities never get used, like tactical movement or relief infantry. I mean, G for the Fees, Stuka Closets, one Tiger tank certainly go well hand in hand. We got one G for the upgrade there for Orangepest and the German army. There'll probably be more here, perhaps a single light machine in there to help deal with Angreifen's forces, who's going for the support company back in his base. Pioneers bring forward here under fire from Angreifen's forces, and even as he's, you know, making efforts in the east, he's also pushing westwards to hit Orangepest's fuel. In fact, he goes for it right as Orangepest pulls back machines, kind of get the machine gun back up there, leaving his forces in the east a bit unsupported, but he can't, I think, afford to allow Angreifen to get that fuel point. Constantly being pushed back here with the 2-2 MB4-2, then doubling back with some Pioneer support to deal with him, but they're going to be able to set up the sandbags, I think, first, before getting suppressed. Actually, just in time there. Heading eastward there to put pressure on Angreifen's resources, definitely a good idea, and there you go, manage to run to the point neutral, and they do manage to finish the sandbags. 2-2 continues the pursuit, and there you go, double engineers working on the tank command to speed up the construction of that one. Thumbs up there to Angreifen. We're probably seeing a T-70 then here to put pressure on Orangepest and sort of threaten his infantry and vehicles. Orangepest flight with a Pack 40 and is quite fast, as you can see there, thanks to all of the bulletins he's got going. Orangepest can basically rush up and Pack 40 against his opponent. Troops that are being suppressed, slowly murdered. Telemines down there, we got engineers coming up and even spotting the man right into his building it, so that really just ruins the surprise there for Orangepest. Calf on hit though, good push there by Orangepest, taking advantage of Angreifen, leaving the right side rather open for the time being. And we got tank hunter tactics here for Angreifen, an interesting pick there. Already got anti-tank rounds going up for the conscripts. Not what you'd usually figure at this point, but it's interesting to see how he makes use of it. 2-2 moving in here, Grenadiers with the advancing engineers, flamethrowers there, MD4-2 number 2 almost on there for Orangepest up further, contain all of Angreifen's infantry. Not a bad pick at all, not a bad pick at all. Grenadiers being pushed back to the conscripts, they did manage to get some kills there. Angreifen now very much remaining in the defensive as Orangepest was definitely looking to push any advantage he's got. Back at base, nothing further happening, but he can begin taking up here for the third tier. And there we go, T-7 on the way there for Angreifen and the Red Army. Constantly hit with anti-tank rifles. A total of 3. Grenadiers rider from the centre victory point here in the cemetery on the west side. MD4-2 guarding up on the east side. There's a bit of infantry also hold up there. It's going to make it a bit tricky there for Angreifen to make any sort of light push in any direction. He's going to have to like focus efforts where he marches to sort of make any progress. Of course, getting the T-70 out is going to help a bunch with that there for Angreifen. Also going for a mortar to help deal with Orangepest support weapons. Also I think a good position here. Particularly with double MD4-2s out, a mortar is going to be a very good investment. So thumbs up there to Angreifen. Thumbs up. Going to be standing about here. More T for the freeze there for Orangepest. That's going to be triple T for the freeze for all of the grenadiers there. Take almost done as well. Of course, it's going to take some time for getting out any armor, partly due to Angreifen's harassment. So good work there by Angreifen, just slowing down Orangepest reaches income. comparatively, while Orangepest has been able to do a bit there, he's not, I think, quite managed to catch up to Angreifen me. But there you go, Gunnery's routed from the eastern fuel point. Same time we got a bit of a push here by Orangepest with machine guns going to swing ahead. Conscripts motoring up to counter-attack on the west side, fighting here from the fuel point. We do have anti-tank range there for Angreifen, but he's not paying attention, thus he misses the opportunity to pelt it with it. Up close to the Gunners with D for the future, he's able to deal with the conscripts, and that's going to have to retreat their fear from Angreifen. I mean, he could try to buy some time, but the problem is, well, unless the T-7 arrives like he does see, I mean, he would have lost, but with the T-7 arriving, that certainly switches the game name or the engagement more in favour of Angreifen and the Red Army. Almost getting a full up there on Orangepest Gunnery squad. And he can begin building the support corps. Attack forward moving in. T-7 moving away and got more anti-tank when they're going to good charge here for the 2-2 forcing Orangepest to pull that one back rapidly. Angreifen getting control of both fuel points soon. That's going to be a real problem there for Orangepest because of Angreifen, then since they begin churning out T-34s fast, that could quickly get out of hand for Orangepest and make it a bit difficult there for them to deal with. Counter-attack there for the western fuel point. Going to use 74-2s hosing away in these side points, being seized by a few plucky engineers on their own. Mortar cannons to sort of blast away. There are no barrages, so maybe sort of increase the chance of actually doing the deed. And a Maxim there for Angreifen as well. The good old Soviet Maxim machine gun. Mortifying there the machine gun crew. Going to do standing about there. Machine gun there. Oh, there's the counters rushing ahead here. And managed to get past the aircraft fire. That was a really close one there for Angreifen. Could have been a bit more costly, and even then he's getting surrounded here by a lot of angry Germans with a lot of guns. T-7 arriving here to provide assistance. Machine gun then needs to get out there fast. It's the 45mm gun of the T-7 is going to make short work of that one. 2 kills. 3 kills. Shot fired and missed. Mortar there also could be doing some damage. Interesting enough, he's not using the barrage ability of the mortar so far. So a slightly missed opportunity there by Angreifen and the 3rd Guards Mechanized Corps. Mortar fire raining down. He almost got the Gunners, but not quite. And the machine gun is trying to actually pull ahead. And the west side there comes being suppressed by the MB-42 out there from Orangepest. Good use of the machine guns, by the way. Good layering. Well, not layering, but good handling of them. Supporting up his men with them. Nothing further in terms of tech here for Angreifen. So Paul McCoy is up. And Orangepest could theoretically go for CoH2, though that would make a ton of sense in Austrian or Panther 4, but for now make more sense. Not to say Stu would be a bad choice, but it wouldn't be the optimal choice in this situation, I feel like. We got the Mechanized Armor Company at Angreifen, so going to need more fuel. Fuel caches cut down the road, be a bit of supporting elements there, so assist for that. We got mines on the roads, very good. More mines, I think, is a really good idea for Angreifen versus Orangepest. And the Groß Deutschland plans are going to be shown. The 2-2 is good to go again. Machine gun holding up here. Grenadier moving ahead. And there we go. Mechanized Armor Company. Good to go. But he's going to need roughly 2 more minutes of worth of fuel. Probably a bit more than that, to get out a T-34 from 6, which to put some pressure on Orangepest, and Orangepest is likely going to get a hands over out before that. Heading for the eastern fuel point again. Orangepest are looking to gain any advantage you can, and obviously you should look to gain any advantage you can. And go T-70 trying to get the backing up. Case of mines, I suppose. Their gun is being blasted by the T-70 tank. It's 45mm gun and it's cracked some machine gun. That's certainly going to use quite a bit. And there you go, gun is routed. 2-2 moving ahead. Probably maybe to draw away some fire from the Gunners, but that is not working out. Two quickly backing up as the anti-tank conscripts going to line the side. We actually got 2 squads now here for Angreifen, certainly looking to deal with any armor that Orangepest might be chucking in this general direction. Using westwards there, Gunners being suppressed with the Maxim machine gun. Mortar fire raining down though, absolutely missing, and there you go. Panzer 4 on the way there for Orangepest, and the Groß Deutschland to Panzer going to be shown. Gunners they're being routed by the T-70. 2-2 charging forward here for Germany, very close to it, 2. T-70 shoots and misses. There we go. Panzer IV there, halfway done roughly for Orangepest. Also note we've got the remaining constant builds upgraded here with the mobilized reserves, which overall boosts them in several ways, making them overall a better infantry squad. So thumbs up there to Angreifen. See what's going to be is there. Closing inventory to them, the Grenadier and Guineas moving up. 2-2 flanking the T-70 alongside the Pack 14. Oh, mine goes off in the 2-2. And the T-70 gets away from that one. That's a pretty close one there. Nice mine there for Angreifen. Now the conscripts can turn the tables and Angreifen and take out his 2-2 in return. Almost. You just need a single shot, and there you go. Now it's Orangepest that's lost his light vehicle. Of course, he now has the Panzer IV to carry the torch onwards of shooting Marxists onwards. Arrived at 5, missed the conscripts quite spectacularly using the T's and gap points. They need to get that fixed up faster. That is not going to last even a single German sneeze. Panzer IV, they charging it, pin up, seeing the way their conscripts quickly falling back in the face of such German armoured monstrosities. Back here, troops in reinforcing, got assisted in the way they deal with any fascist tanks, and so I was going to tank rifle, and tanks are still a bit on the horizon. MD4 tolling in constant, there's a person rapidly in the centre. We've got one of these pioneers moving ahead here, straight for a push for the car point there. Not a bad move, though. Of course, the problem is he keeps assuming the Maxim isn't there, and the problem is the Maxim is always in the way there for Orangepest. But this time, of course, with the Panzer IV, it doesn't quite matter as much. The machine gun is there, as the Panzer IV very much stomps on that one. Car point there being viciously forward over, but Orangepest bringing in more force here to grab it away from Angreifen. He's got to contest it. Charging at the con, he's going to go for the full anti-tank grenade. So we'll half one because almost the squad is gone. He's always forced to retreat here. Bit of a reckless maneuver there by Angreifen. He does get punished. The conscripts get exterminated. Bit pointless there, to be honest, just to waste the manpower munitions for Angreifen. I can understand why. I mean, if we could slow down the Panzer IV, that'd be great, but otherwise you just throw away a bunch of manpower and munitions. And of course, not just the anti-tank rounds, but also the fact set up an anti-tank grenade assault means you actually spend quite a bit of munitions. I mean, that's a total of 100 munitions then just gone. So that was overall less than efficient. He can go for the T-34-76 now, of course, versus the Panzer IV. He might be more tempted towards an HQ-5 now. We'll have to see what he ends up with. Mines going off in the east. And it is they're losing Heinz and Ludwig. Somebody's using heavy cover there on Angreifen's calf point. Angreifen could try and outmaneuver. Flamethrower moving in, Pack 40 moving in. There we go, T-34-600 is almost wiped here, but they do manage to get away with the tiniest level of health. T-77 plus another puncturing blow there, piercing the thin armour. Field gun there needs to be hauled up further to support the front line here at the same time, though. Can't push too far out as the flanks are being threatened here by our Orangepest infantry. Thumbs up there. And there you go, conscripts caught in a hailstorm from the MD-42 1200 rounds per minute, busting above their heads, pushing them down into the ground, and of course forced them to retreat soon enough. T-34-6 almost down there for Angreifen. Back the MD-42 holding forwards. And there you go, field gun bombardment on the MD-42. First shot lands, a devastating blow, but the rest don't quite manage to make the same impression the first one did. T-34-6 out here for Angreifen and the 3rd Guards Mechanized Corps as the fighting against Orangepest and his merry band of fascists continue. 10-4 setting head, comes loading up the anti-tank rifles. Continuing here, then Maxim blasting away. Field gun hanging back. Sandbags there, ground points there, T-34-6 moving out. Pioneers posing straight into the Maxim there. Not getting hosed down by it, but charging into it. Maxim almost getting taken out from these. They're close to being murdered here over the T-70. Maxim crew down, expired. Field gun pushing back the Panzer IV. And we got the T-34 going on the flank here, trying to outmaneuver here. Orangepest close whenever there's too many Panzerfaust on the flank there. Not enough support here for Angreifen to pull through in. The T-34-6 is going to have to fall back here. Still, he does manage to gain control of the cemetery. There's all of Orangepest forces are routed. He does steal the Maxim away there, putting him at 3 machine guns versus now Angreifen's 0-0. Silch. Boris Johnson. Need to get that T-34-6 out there. Another Maxim away there for Angreifen. Pack misses on the second shot. We could see the T-Sim charging in to deal with it. Oh, machine gun also moving in there. That's going to be cleared out there. So the question is whether to steal. We got the Panther moving ahead here. There you go. Pack crew expired, but the T-Sim that takes a nasty hit from the Panzerkampfwagen 4 machine gun there, gaining back T2. Panther 4 blitzing in, going to go for the kill here. Counters being murdered beneath a storm of unrelenting lead. Counters caught them to the LC to retreat soon. Panther 4 charging at T-Fed 4. It's going to ram it. What? With a damaged engine? What are you thinking, Angreifen? That's a bit too optimistic there. But he gets the Panther 4 though, and even loses the T-34 in the 6. Oh, and he got a machine gun. Staggering losses there for Orangepest. Dramatic and a bit too competitive as Angreifen, and now Angreifen is delivering a backhanded slap that's going to leave his ears ringing. And his head. Good kind of push there by Angreifen. Orangepest there clearly got too greedy. Should have tried to flank out Manu instead of just charging ahead there. Orangepest, or Angreifen then punishing Orangepest's tactical laxity to really just give him some huge cancel. Again, losing a machine gun and a Panther 4 in the same span of time there is going to hurt. T7 there, eventually Fleet needs to get that mortar out of the center before the machine gun just slaughters it. T-Fed 4.6 into repairs, and he actually soon go for another one. Whereas Orangepest is a bit short in armor, and it does look like he's going to go for the Tiger tank, which is not a bad choice. Not necessarily the most efficient, but it's definitely not a bad one either. Maxim there, covering the center field alongside the Sister 3 field gun. T-Fed 4.6 being repaired. Maxim there in the line of fire from the Maxim. Fun fact, the German army in World War I also used Maxim machine guns, so theirs were slightly different configured. I think they had better range than the certain Maxims, though they had some other issues. I think it was a high ref. They had some advantage, but they lacked something else. And funny fact, there was a lot of sort of, shall I say, 4th to 5th rate units then sort of in World War II, so usually static defense units like Fortress machine gun battalions would actually make use of the MG there, the Maxim, that was known as the MG-015, I think, I can't remember, something like that anyways, MG-08. It's a little fun fact there. Maxim knows the Grenadiers. In the east we got Conscripts moving up, fighting here for the Eastern Victory. Portman got within 27 to 217. T-7 holding back. T-Fed 4.6 setting out there for the Red Army. Maxim there versus Grenadiers suppressed, begging for allowance to retreat here. Looks like he's linked up with another Grenadiers. We also got Mortar Fire raining down somewhere. Maxim moving up there for Orangepest. And T-Fed 4.1 through, crushing the walls. Interesting choice there, since it also makes it easy for Orangepest to coordinate a defense here. I mean, obviously allows to flank the pack, but again, it could backfire on him, since now it becomes easy for Orangepest to coordinate a defense of the cemetery. And there you go, in this case, they push the T-Fed 4.6 too far ahead with the limb support. Orangepest catches him off guard here with a tactical movement to rush it and panzerfaust it. Thumbs up there to Orangepest. It's a rarely utilized ability, but I do think it's pretty good. Mass sprint, if you will. Does take out the T-Fed 4.6, turning the tables on Angreifen in a nice maneuver. It's a good work there by Orangepest. Now the T-Fed 4.6 for Angreifen, he could have that one out sooner. Got the Ace T-Sim here with 9 kills, and we got, though, something a bit bigger than a T-Fed 4.6, that is the Tiger tank. Unless you're talking about the Tiger tanks that Hollywood uses, which in most cases have actually been T-Fed 4.6's made to look like Tiger tanks. For example, in Saving Private Ryan, that you see T-Fed 4.6 or T-Fed 45, just a T-Fed 4 anyways, made to look like a Tiger tank. I think, in fact, they usually use the same one, which I think was first used in... I can't quite remember the name now. It's a fun movie, though, with Clint Eastwood. T-Sim moving in there. T-Fed 4.6 on the way there for Angreifen. They're almost there. Targeting while they're blazing through Angreifen's left flank. Machine gun, they're wiped out here. But Angreifen lacks the forces to actually gain it back here from Orangepest. They might be able to launch a counter-attack there to deal with it. Titan moves towards the centre here. No pin-up machine yet there for Orangepest. Light anti-tank rifle shot. They're not really making an impact on the mighty Tiger tank. Second shot, though, does a bit of damage. 3 kills on the Tiger tank so far. T-Sense moving eastwards. Of course, he needs to be careful, since at this point he should be very aware that Orangepest has a Tiger tank. T-Center murdering away there, 14 kills. Of course, he can catch it with an anti-tank bombing run or some anti-tank grenades. You should have a good chance of putting Orangepest's mighty Tiger Hope out of commission. Back here, troops reinforcing. We got 307 versus 203. 306 versus 203. Tiger tank could do with a pinlight machine for a bit of added anti-infantry damage there. Western viewpoint reclaimed for Deutschland. And if there's a conscript on the east side, Pack 40 cover shattered by an armor-piercing round, flinging sandbags to the side alongside some dirt. T-70 spotting ahead, they're not a bad move at all. Maximum creeping out the west side. Need to be careful, of course, staying around the church for too long. What do you know the Tiger tank is about, since that could quickly collapse the church. Roughing it into the conscripts. Tiger tank moving up. Maximum staying in the church, and if it's not careful, might get nailed to the front of the church like Martin Luther's theses, except by Tiger tank. Decent up, they're dragging into the Pack 40 though, good hit there, need to pull it up fast, that's pretty much in the armoured assault they think locked down. Gonna use knees up, proving to be a problem, T-Fit for Titan up in the centre. Needs mine to tank bombs, I think, stole the Tiger tank somehow, and could also do with a bit more if he's got plenty of manpower floating about, so not much of an excuse there for Angreifen to float that much manpower, truth be told. Titan charging force, the shots bouncing off its 100mm thick armour. Katyusha following up there for Angreifen. And again, he's more worried about infantry and support weapons than he's about the Tiger tank. I mean, if you can get rid of the Pack 40s, of course, him stealing that'd be huge for Angreifen, so I can understand that logic. Can understand it. Ulysses in the western point here. Can't quite see the Tiger tank there with the SIS-3. Katyusha almost done. And there you go, spotted. Field gun engine off is not really doing a lot there. Back here, troops reinforcing. Katyusha almost done there for Angreifen at Orangepest base. I'll be seeing tier 4. What are we seeing? Not much else besides the Tiger tank so far. And still no pinlock machine gun, only Mighty Tiger. So there you go. Katyusha rocket launcher out there for Angreifen. Constables are Grenadiers. 14 kills, 2 kills. 5 kills, and that could quickly get out there, so the conscripts are under fire from the Tiger. From this mighty behemoth of Kruppstahl. There you go, Katyusha rocket launch unleashing hell here on Angreifen's suspected support position. In this case, the Pack 4 is being caught here by the rockets. Exploding, and there you go, annihilating one of Orangepest's anti-tank gun crews. Can he follow up quickly enough for Angreifen to further, take advantage of this? Or will Orangepest be able to crew the Pack 40 and make off with it again? It seems to be exactly here what's happening. Probably could have coordinated that just a tad better there, to be honest. Tiger hit, taking a penetrating hit then. T-Fit forcing 6 straight to Telemann, heavily damaged engine. Pack 40's nearby. He needs to get that T-Fit fought there fast. Meanwhile, to lay down the smoke screen with a mortar to make it harder for the Pack 4 to take it out. And there you go. Packs are beginning to fire at the rough location there, hoping to take it out. But the T-Fit, at least in that regard, is fortunate enough to be out of that area. Panzers following up here for Orangepest and the German army. Makes a lot of sense here. Coming up the east side, getting suppressed here by Orangepest's Maxim machine gun. Seizing the western victory point here with the conscripts. In the centre, Grenadiers moving forwards. T-Fit forces the wooden, but 2 on the way for Angreifen. Interestingly, we're not seeing any sort of tank destroyers here. You'd kind of figure that, but we'll have to see. Grenadiers in the centre, though, are taking heavy fire there from Angreifen's Maxim, and of course, very importantly, the T-70 light tank. And there you go, Pack 40 taking bounty of the T-70 just blasting away, figuring no packs with a route attack to move out and begin blasting away at it. Go away there, Orangepest, a bit risky since we feel the mortar could do some damage. We got incendiary piercing rounds as the Maxim. Nice uses there by Orangepest. And now we got heavy artillery fire there from Angreifen return. Mortar and field gun bombarding it. Who knows, possibly in the Katyusha. Push with us some field point here by a stop by the Tiger tank and some pioneers. Poor pets over there blasted apart by the Tiger tank's 88 from the gun. But for again, there you go. T-70 taking out hit from the Pack 40. Needs to get out, they need to get repaired. Katyusha firing down here on the... I'm not entirely sure what it's this time around. I guess squirrels, maybe? Defense force from 6 on the eastern side, light defender position, but the problem is there's still the Pack 40 and a combined with the Grenadier squad. That could still prove to be a bit of a roadblock there for the T-54 from 6 and a bit of a demise. Got a second moving up here. Pack 40 does find himself outmaneuvered. And we got an anti-tank fragmentation bomb, or anti-tank bomb there. I'm not entirely sure that's the best move there as the machine gun. That seems honestly a bit superfluous and just not cost efficient. It's not really good at sort of dealing with that sort of stuff there. And I think you should be waiting to save it up for you to say use it against the Tiger. I guess he just wanted to try and get rid of it, but he may have left himself in a bit of a tight spot. We got Contra there pursuing the Tiger tank. He's moving against the T-54s, trying to destroy that, and he might try to guess ram the Tiger tank, but again, this is the way he would want to save the anti-tank bomb in round 4. Could try and clear out the second Pack 40 here. Dodges that one. Oh dear. Almost got the Pack 40 here. And the crew expires. Pack 4 going in for the T-70, SIS-3 and the T-54 from 6. Almost got the Pack 40 there. Destroyed. Constantly suppressed here as Orangepest counterattacks or whatever he can muster in this sector. Pack 4 down to half health. T-54 from 6 quickly down to half health. So I forgot about it. And there you go. Trying to ram, but it's already too late and the T-54 from 6 combusts. Continuing in here. Sadly, cooldown on the anti-tank rifle, so he can't really do anything against the Tiger tank there except hit it and actually do some damage thanks to support from the field gun. We'll have to see if he tries to grab the Pack 40 though. I think that'd be a great choice here versus Orangepest, to be honest. Pack can be a very good support element there, obviously. In particular to the Soviets, since you can upgrade to a 6-man crew. Whereas the Valorant can only have like 4-man anti-tank crews, the Soviets of course can have 6. The 6-man pack can be really nasty for the Germans to deal with. Finish as a Conscript Plus, we've got 27 versus 17. Mortar raining down here, could maybe also use the field gun, and there you go, we got to push into these. We've got air support called in here, need to get the T-54 from 6 out of there. Pack 40 not destroyed or grabbed, and there you go, Engineers taking heavy casualties there from the air support. T-54 from 6 trying to get away. Of course, as long as the aircraft can't see it, you know, it's safe. Which is obviously the weakness of most of these sort of air call-ins. I think it's only really the one for Overwatch that actually also has reconnaissance built in, meaning you don't necessarily have to do that, but for most others you do have to provide some line of sight there somehow for the aircraft to do anything. In this case, Orangepest doesn't have that, but of course he's just in the T or the Panther for there to finish off the job. So good work there by Orangepest. Bit of a blow there to Angreifen, who is still putting manpower. I feel like getting a field cache could be a good idea. And there was more tanks, and there you go, another T-54 from 6. Tiger tank also getting good to go here for Orangepest. And the Großdeutschland Panzer Grenadier Division. 10 kills on the mighty Tiger tank, setting out there. Almost got the western field point. There you go, Tiger tank arrives, shoots, hits right in front of the sandbags, withstand the thunderous force of it. It's another shot there survived, but the cover will soon fall apart. There we go, shattered. And there you go, further casualties on the conscript, need to get out. He does get off an anti-tank grenade. There's going to be a close one there, 13 kills versus the one the Tiger. And there's only machine gun holding off here against a Soviet advance from Angreifen, not the biggest one, but still, bit of support there. Katyusha good to go again. We will see if this one does a bit more here for Angreifen. Can't say he's been having a ton of luck so far with his Katyusha barrages. Close one there. Actually got some kills this time around, but still nothing huge, nothing impressive, nothing that really leaves Orangepest reeling. Back here, troops in reinforcing. Could see Stevenson victory poll now, got 235 versus 100. Direct here in the T-54, so that's not going to go out. The double patch will take it out here of commission. Guess it didn't grab that one. And Orange was allowed to grab that. That was a definite mistake there by Angreifen. Gets the machine gun there, so I mean that's a small bit of relief there for Angreifen. Of course, he still lost another T-54 from the 6. And Angreifen still has a Tiger tank plus a Panther IV overall, just a larger force. So Angreifen's tactics, you know, while in some cases effective, do have some particular flaws in them. which I think needs to be rectified soon if he wants to have a chance of winning. Target tank there though, slowly being repaired. Another T-54 from 6 there. No tank destroys elimination 6 there for Angreifen, a bit surprising. Just a bit. Got another anti-tank bomb by the way. Anti-tank bombing run. We'll have to see if this one will do better. T-7 is looking at this there. 16 kills, 17 kills. Tiger tank charging eastwards. Full blitzkrieg across broken terrain of the cemetery. And I think as soon as he hears that, just Angreifen, get it out of there. The sound of a Tiger tank blitzkrieging through the fog of war, I guess, was a bit too much for him. Might even haunt him in his dreams. There you go, another T-54 from 6 done. He's got plenty of munitions, just not doing a lot with it. Another Katyusha barracks, this time eastwards. Ooh, landing some good hits there. Almost got Orangepest MG42 and could wipe it out. There we go, in fact it destroys it entirely. Well, that's a small win there for Angreifen. Better blow there to Orangepest, was down to just one machine gun. As Angreifen seeming also managed to recover the maximum there, so he's up to 2. Putting one ace level there, 17 kills, very good. When he's being hosed down by, he could consider staying fine just to increase the overall lethality of that one, plus suppression. So it's 3 people at the target tank, which actually caught a really bad spot here. Orangepest need to be careful. Oh, scheiße. Some panic, and these would actually be a really good decision here for Orangepest to support his target tank with. And still a pin, which would be great, but there you go. T-54 flanking the target tank. Need to get support in there, Schnell, and this is why again you don't charge any target tanks alone. He's about to lose the Tiger. I mean, he could theoretically just replace it, but even then losing a Tiger tank like this is quite costly. Since it's a veteran one. T-54 down, Tiger tank barely holding on. And they take it out with a few anti-tank rifle hits through the frontal armor. Close one there for Angreifen, but he does manage to put the Tiger out of commission. A thunderous blow there to the German army. And morale, if the game had a morale system. Colonies versus Mortar there, could seize the Maxim. Fixing up the Panzer IV. Colonies was advancing conscripts. Trying to make a run for the Maxim. He did lose his Ace Maxim crew, which is going to be a bit expensive there for Angreifen. Can't easily replace such an experienced gun crew, and there we go. He's using the anti-tank bombing run again. I mean, they can sort of work, but okay, that actually got a lot better than I expected. He took out the Gunneers and the machine gun, quite a blow there to Orangepest, to be honest, particularly after the loss of the target tank. He might have to consider using relief infantry to make up for some of these infantry losses, but there you go, Panther chunk for the T-70. Orangepest sees red rather than orange, which is what he normally sees, to take out that T-70 to avenge his fallen boys. And there you go, the T-70 explodes, the ammunition combusts, giving the entire thing a smoking hulk of metal. Comes to there being slowly murdered here by the Panther IV. We got 6 kills from these wing forts there. Rough grenade on the Maxim, engineers flanking more grenadiers. We got the machine gun holding up here in the behind the ruins of the house here. And there you go, Maxim snuffed out with the Grenadiers. Panther IV moving in, 7 kills for T2. He's got the fuel for the target tank, Jason McMahon probably got the cushion being called in to blow up the advanced German infantry. Another T-54 there for Angreifen. Conscripts going for it there, hatred in their hearts. Vodka in their bellies and anti-tank grenades in their hands. There we go. Pummeling it hard here, taking out more than half the health, certainly highlighting how dangerous this anti-tank grenade assault can be, but the Panzer IV does survive this vicious assault there from Angreifen. T-34 from 6 up, the Kishus hanging back here, troops reinforcing. Pack 40 setting out. Panzer IV in dire need repairs here. T-54 rolling out, Maxim hanging back here. Machine gun at the T-34-76. Comes with their reinforcing. Katyusha with 8 kills. Not a lot there for him, to be honest. And the target tank is going to be very close to Orangepest. That is target tank number 2. His infantry, though, certainly seen better days, and again, relief infantry could maybe way sort of, slightly closing out the gap there. In particular, since a lot of manpower right now will be going towards a target tank, he could try and again use the munitions conversion there for relief infantry. That way, get some troops in there, even if they're just Osthold and just more troops right now. At least allow them to help hold more ground, and maybe push a bit more ground as well. Needs to versus the Panzer IV. 74 points left here for Angreifen in the Red Army. Machine gun there recruited once more by German hands, and there you go. Orangepest second target tank is ready. We also got relief infantry. And if it does get relief infantry, they actually give him full doctrinal bingo, since then use G for the free tactical movement, close air support on the targeting. All he needs is relief infantry at this point. Pack for the crew, they're snuffed out with the Katyusha rockets. Very nice. Oh, close one there. Machine crew almost snuffed out as well here. 14 kills, and there you go. Machine gun crew down. Target tank advancing there, comes in a bit of a danger zone there against the mighty target tank field and backing up. Damaging the target tank almost as soon as that happens as it arrives. Good for Angreifen, less impressive there for Orangepest. Less grand. Panzer IV halfway to victory free. Panzer IV flanking in here. And there you go, Conscripts hiding behind the wall by the church. Good move. Lots of anti-tank grenades on the Panzer IV. Taking down the half of them's going to be stuck right in front of the Panzer IV and kill it. He might have a chance. No, the Conscripts finish off the Panzer IV and it gets abandoned in the midst of no man's land. But there you go, Tiger tank avenges the anti-tank or the tank crew there. But wiping out the Conscripts. We've seen another Conscript grenade squad down. He needs relief infantry. Quickly, Orangepest, mobilize the alarm companies. Another field gun, another max on the way there for Angreifen. Orangepest is desperately short on infantry. Press relief infantry, Orangepest. Not just because it would be doctrinal bingo, but because you need troops no matter what. Mortar right here by the target tank, 10 kills on it. Another Maxim for Angreifen. Sandbags on the centre victory point. Western point is actually quite open. I'm surprised Angreifen's been dispatching more troops there, and similarly couldn't do more in the east, but he's at least doing something there. There's Orangepest. More grenadiers for him. Still no sign of relief infantry. No sign of relief infantry. There you go, heading for the western victory point. Good work there by Angreifen. Field is from the target tank. Maxim blasting away, 1 kill. Conscripts routed in the east side there, a bit of quiet. Pioneers routed, and Pioneers are reinforcing. Seizing the western victory point with the Maxim being held in, the attempt defended. Good move there by Angreifen. Good move. T-Fit Force from 6 sitting up. We got 52 points left here. We got more tactical movement, but still no sound relief infantry. At least allows them to counterattack swiftly. But again, relief infantry again allow them to have more troops in the field. Rifle off here against the Maxim. Machine gun opening up. Nothing further going on in his base. He can go for another tank soon. Tank tank moving in. Quick hit there on the house, killing one of the gunners on the Maxim. And now destroying a fat chunk of the facade of the building. The entire wall collapses. Tanks going in for the kill here. Push for the centre here, where he's now much weaker since the Titan and bunch of troops being pulled back. Maxim about to get wiped out here rapidly. Pegford responding here to the flanking attempt here by Angreifen now to try and get behind Orangepest target tank, maybe finish it off somehow. Pegford lands a good hit there, down to half of machine gun routed. Target tank quickly falling back. T-Fit for route, ramming it, but he doesn't have the munitions to finish it off here with an anti-tank bombing run. So there's only going to be a temporary respite here for Angreifen. Really think could do with some tank destroyers or something. Another relief infantry here from Orangepest again, so close to full doctrinal bingo, but no sign of relief infantry. Pioneers charging forwards, Pioneers rushing ahead as well. The target tank sort of slowly wobbling ahead here. Pioneers going in for the centre. We got more to the ace low by 11 kills. Still no lead from there from Orangepest. More Grenadiers for Orangepest. No Panzer Grenadier either. Definitely feel like he's all looking for the option. They go right from up to assist the other Grenadiers. Caught landing in some hits. They got on the G for the few and going to do more damage. More Pioneers for Orangepest as he's chucking in everything he can now except the relief infantry. Heavy fighting up the victory point. Grenadiers routed, almost wiped out. Constant got wiped out instead. We got another T-Fit force from 6. Tiger tank in tiny repairs. Pioneers bring in there. Absolute chaos, absolute carnage. The centre is a charnel house. More rockets flying down. $14 kills there, and heading for the western victory point again. Good move. Now the T-Fit for ready. Tiger tank being repaired. A few S-mines here could maybe help slow down things. Got another anti-tank bombing run ready there for Angreifen. For Germany. Germany. The Soviets. I'm just so used to them playing as the ally. Oh, Germans, not the allies. But here we are. Here we are. And another tactical movement. It's impressive how much he uses it. If he just would also use relief infantry, I think he'd be in a bit of a stronger position than he is now. Setting up for flank at the point there, though. Good move. Thumbs up there. It's eastern point. Oh, well, he's beginning to dispatch forces there. We got the T-Fit force going for a deep flank. But still, a nice flank here. Again, using tech movement to quickly get troops into position. In this case, this seems like he was anticipating it. Somewhat needs to put out the gun swiftly and get some into the cover rifle need off here. Good hit. They almost get to the maxim. And destroyed. We got 125 versus 49. Tiger tank almost good to go there for Orangepest. Fighting for the center. Moving up here. Pioneer suppressed. Tiger tank is almost good to go there. There we go. Tiger once more able to fight here for the fatherland. Gun is running with the fuel point there. Needs support. Swiftly, and he's rushing in the Tiger tank there, so on the move towards the center to try and recapture that from Angreifen. And of course, Angreifen just firmly trying to grab as many points and hold as many points at the same time. Pioneers will flame for the tank through the house, and there you go, wipes other machine guns there. Good play by Orangepest, good play. Power of attack round the flamethrower. The trick is to attack next to the building, otherwise they'll try to go up as close to shoot out, but if you attack next to the building, you can still do damage to unit sight distance. Again, it's an AoE weapon. So thumbs up, they need to get down to the victory point there. We got 118 versus 39. Pioneers engineers. Tiger tank already rolling back. Pioneers as a constant got close, need to get the Pioneers a bit close for the damage to better. Almost got the engineers here with the Grenadiers. Rifle grenade off. Oh! Almost got them. Still not believe infantry though. At this stage he does have munitions, and there you go. MG42 supporting the Pioneers for the centre. 46 now. We got that Katyusha barrage again. Here we got 14 kills, veterans 1 there. Rockets flying all over the place. Machine crew there getting hammered. Maxim needs to get away and needs that Tiger fix. So needs to get back in action. Otherwise, can't just afford to have it doing nothing there. Pioneers about at least a victory point to retreat. He could easily go for another tank now, and there you go. Good hit down the T-54 and 6. Another one on the way there. Tiger tank veterans 119 kills. T-54 ramming it. He's going to blitz the Tiger tank, keep it at a safe distance there. Machine gun crew expired though. Slaughtered by the Soviets. We got 42 versus 118. Then these are flank up behind the field guns. Field guns blasting away at the Tiger tank. He's in the expected position, destroying anything else as well, including the machine gun. Rush for the center point here. 39 versus 118, and he's now going for the western point as well here. Very close and intense match here between these two players. Grenadiers, Pioneers round here by the T-54 from 6. Almost got the western point. Angreifen down to 31. 29. Field gun hammering away there. But he's getting murdered. Gun has been contest. 25. Bombing strike called in there. Needs to get the gun of these out of the way there. And mostly dodges it. And then gets wiped with the 63 field gun. Barrage. Targeting we hit not fully repaired. We can't afford to sit about anymore. You got 12 though versus 118. 10. Pioneers there. Got another tactical movement here from Orangepest. Rushes in to contest there. Just bleed. Angreifen the remaining points. We got 6 points left. 5 points. Deep enforcement 6 down. 4. 3. And I think this is GG. 2. Rushing eastwards here as well. 1. And... oh, stop there 1 I guess. Oh well, he ended up surrendering. So there you go. GG, game over. A loss here for the Red Army. An absolutely brutal and close match there between 2 highly skilled players. Pretty close here though. I think if Angreifen had considered maybe a tank destroy an assault gun here and there, maybe some other, you know, some smoke screens maybe to support his attack, I think it would have done better. But obviously, pretty well played there. Good use of the, well, semi-good use of the doctrine. It's good use of barrages rolls at times a bit off, could have been more efficient. But yeah, for the most part, good work there. Orangepest also did good work. Of course, there were some mistakes here and there. Either way, see, there's no exciting match here on Lost Glider. So if you hope you enjoyed this match, hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family, but don't tell your enemies. If like you do, you can donate or pledge on Patreon. Every dollar lasts me to keep doing this day after day, so do consider. Links in the video description. This is Imperial Links and Cheers. Thank you for watching. You're only one for audience. Hope to see you all tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.